Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay, let's tell everybody 8:30 in the morning to get in touch with us. There you go. That's how you get in touch with. Now, folks, it is now time for me to tell you there's a new guy in the booth. Just saying. Just saying. We have a trainee this morning. The new guy. So, now, no pressure in there, okay? Although, I've told the World Wide Web you're the new guy and you're in the booth. I don't want you to be under any kind of pressure whatsoever, all right? Let's just get comfortable in there. Don't get your nerves all shot. Okay, folks, this is time. And you know, Josh, while we got DJ in the booth, glad to have DJ this morning because we have, let me just give you a quick here. DJ is new, great guy. He's second week. We have so many things going on at FYNTV. We can't tell you what we're getting ready to launch. We have Instant Replay Sports. We have other shows. DJ and I are talking about some other broadcasts. We have nightly sports shows. So welcome DJ on board, and we got a lot of new stuff going on, and we'll be cluing you, bringing you in, giving you a clue. I have no clue, so how could you have one? All right, so here's the deal. Here's what I want to do over there. I want a warning, okay, because we don't bleep here. And I tell you why we don't bleep, because I think, guess what? If I say SH asterisk asterisk, you kindly know what it is. And if these politicians are going to go out here and say these bad words, you ought to hear them. If they're going to go out there and run their mouth, you should just hear exactly what they have to say, okay? Now, the reason I say that, we do not bleep. CNN bleeps, MSNBC, they all bleep. Fox, I get it. The TV's on in the living room, and little Johnny or somebody might be bebopping across the floor, and they're in a diaper, and you don't want them to hear the F word. I get it. So let's do this. I want a warning of some sort. I want a graphic. I want to put in a folder, Josh, a graphic that says warning, foul language is about to be used. And then put a chicken in the picture, because chickens use foul language. Something like that to have fun. Okay. So, Francis O'Rourke. All right. First of all, he's going to take your gun. So this is 2. This effing bull crap has to stop, right? So Francis O'Rourke comes out, and he has made it. Now, ABC, let's just do this very quickly. I've got, let's just go with number 16, okay? Now, number 16, those are the candidates that make the stage, 10 candidates, one night only. ABC is not doing a second tier. Okay? They're not doing a second tier. This is the 10. These are the 10 candidates that were able to get enough dollars in their G-string while asking you to donate, because seriously, the number of donors, the amount of money, you had to have a number of donors. Okay? You couldn't just have one donor give. Now, Tom Steyer, and I don't have him in there, Tom Steyer, the impeach the president guy that is running for president, he made it on the donations. He didn't make it on the polling. So you have people here in the middle there like Joe Biden polling 30-something, right? And then you have the ones on the very end polling 2%. So I'm pretty sure the criteria here is to be polling 2% and get enough donors, not just dollar value, to equal a dollar value. So basically, I said jokingly, Kirsten Gillibrand, and I say it to be true because I actually listened to these candidates on shows asking for $1. They truly were asking for $1, okay? Send $1. So Kirsten Gillibrand could not get enough dollars in her G-string. I know you don't like that. That's bad. I don't care. Okay? Seriously, that's exactly what it sounded like to me on there begging for $1 to get on a campaign stage. Get on a stage and dance. Can you give me enough money so I can get on the stage and dance? Oh, my God. Here, little puppets. Deep state, dance, little puppets. Anyhow, let me get past that. So here are the 10 that have achieved. The achievers. That's what we should call them. Not the achievers, right? They've achieved the dollar value and hit that 2% mark, and they will be on the stage, which one of these 10 is Francis. Yes, Francis. Francis O'Rourke. Now, Francis said he's going to take your guns. Francis said this is effed up. Francis is going to be on the stage. So let's go to, I want to go to the video. Let's go to the Twitter video first. The one where Francis is in the Twitter video. You got that one? Let's do that one first. Now, walk away from the screen, okay? All right. So you ready with that one? Give me just a second.
Not sure how many gunmen, not sure how many people have been shot, don't know how many people have been killed, the condition of those who have survived, don't know what the motivation is, do not yet know the firearms that were used or how they acquired them. But we do know this is fucked up. Yeah. We do know that this has to stop in this country. There is no reason that we have to accept this as our fortune, as our future, as our fate. And yet functionally, right now, we have. To have a Congress that will not even study gun violence, by law has prevented the Centers for Disease Control from knowing the facts, lest we be motivated and compelled to do something about them. Will not even pass universal background checks or close those loopholes that allow people to buy a firearm when they should not be able to. Dan, famously, going into a gun show, buying an AR-18 without a background check. We went to a gun show last week in Conway, Arkansas. I didn't know that it was the best idea in the world after we had just released a proposal that would mandate a buyback of every AR-15 and AK-47. But we showed up because we wanted to bring everyone into the conversation. And the first guy who comes up to me and says, look, I got to be honest with you. I'm here because 40,000 of our fellow Americans are going to lose their lives this year to gun violence unless we do something different. And I may presume that you and I do not come to the same conclusion on this, but tell me what your idea is. And he said, no, I think you're onto something. Though I sell guns at this show, I should not be able to do that. If you have a pulse and you're 18 years old in Arkansas, you can buy this gun. Really, no other questions asked. He said, I should not be able to do this. Another guy who owns an AR-15 says, I don't know that I'm willing to give this up, but I've got 3 kids in school, just like you have 3 kids in school, Beto. And they're scared to go to school every day, and I'm scared for them. Something's got to change. Someone else says, I voted for Donald Trump. I have an assault weapon, but I'm willing to give it up because this is not right. This is not an act of God. This is not.
All right, folks, that's Francis. Francis right there letting you know it's effed up. It's effed up. Give me throw number 43 up there on the screen. So he takes that, and his he does get the effed up vote. I mean, if Francis goes through with everything he does, it's effed up. Well, what do you think about our health care? Well, that's effed up. He gets the effed up vote. I mean, he may be on to something here. He may have momentum. It's effed up, right? There it is, right? Asterisk. 1 asterisk. And Beto goes for it. So let's go. Now, do you think he's alone? Do you think Beto is alone? Francis is alone in what he thinks? See, a background check a universal background check would not have worked here, Francis. Okay? And if you got a pulse, could somebody come check my pulse? Because if I'm 18 and I got a pulse, I can walk right in Arkansas and say, give me that AR-15. I have a class. I have to go to school. I know everybody's going to freak out I just said that, but that's what this bozo said. So let's go to Profanity is not the F-bomb. The other Twitter video I want with Francis. Do you know which one I'm looking for there? And we're going to play this one all the way through because Francis is going to explain how profanity is not the F-bomb here. That's not the F-bomb. And then he's also going to say, I'm going to take your guns. And you think he's alone? You think he's alone? So let's go to Beto O'Rourke reacts to Odessa, Texas mass shooting. Profanity is not the F-bomb. And let's play that video.
Watching and reading the reactions of my fellow Americans to this tragedy in the Permian Basin in West Texas, a month removed from what happened in El Paso, where we lost 22 lives. And Rabbi Latz came up on my Twitter feed, and he said, profanity is not the F-bomb. What is profane is a 17-month-old baby being shot in the face. What is profane is losing the life of a high school student in that shooting yesterday who will not be returning to school tomorrow. What is profane is 40,000 gun violence deaths in this country. What we've been saying, the rhetoric we've been using, the policies and practices and politics of this country has not been as urgent as enough as needed. Doesn't meet this crisis. So let's speak clearly and bluntly, and then take decisive action. Universal background checks, red flag laws, ending the sales of weapons of war, but also importantly and politically difficult to say, buy those weapons of war back. Mandate that, not voluntarily. Let's be really clear with our fellow Americans. No place for an AK-47 or an AR-15 on the streets of our communities.
Mandate it. He's not alone, folks. See, he broke over this weekend, and what Francis did, is he said mandate it. See, they have talked, many of them have talked, these Democrat candidates, about buyback programs for AR-15s. But mandate it. Francis stepped into the mandate it. We will take them. We will mandate. If you do not, we will come to your home. So profanity is not the F-bomb. Won't return to school. Buy back weapons. And we will mandate it. Now, let me show you this. Here is our number 51. They've got their picture, okay? This will be on campaigns, I promise you. Okay? Texas shooter failed background check. So here's the 17-month young baby, okay? Family of Anderson Davis. This will be on campaign. Oh, yes. Kids in Cages will be on campaign brochures that come to your house. This little girl will be on a campaign. This will look just like your granddaughter. It'll be on a campaign brochure. Get ready. I mean, if a guy will put out a T-shirt, and Dems are the low of the low. Low of the low. Can't get any lower. Let's see what other one I want here. DJ, give me number. Had it here just a second ago. I will find it. Hang tight. Moving right along here. Go ahead and move us to number 38 while I'm looking. There's Francis. Francis was on there. He is. Number 31, Face the Nation. He is. Now, here's number 34. Let's go to 34. If you don't think this is going to hit campaign, whoa. You don't think that this picture is going to hit campaign brochures? And see, this happened in Texas, but they're going to use this, and they're going to use this. David Perdue, I know, probably doesn't stand. His opponent doesn't stand a chance in Georgia. Doug Collins, if he becomes the senator of Georgia, his opponent won't stand a chance, but this picture will be all over the United States of America right here. 17-month-old. Francis told you. Now, this will not make it. Let's leave that young lady up there for a minute. So let's try to, I got 18 tabs open. We do have Francis there. Let's see which one we have here. Let's see. That is, hold on just a minute. Did I send one over that says, hold on, I'm going to get one here. I got one here I want to look at. I think I did a little clip here. Maybe I did not, but anyhow, okay. Maybe I did not do a clip. I thought I sent this over this morning. Let's see, Texas. Just one second, bear with me. I thought I took a clip and sent it, and obviously I did not. So we'll just go with this right here. While we have that picture up, 43 shot, 8 fatally in Chicago over Labor Day weekend shooting. 15-year-old boy among 7 fatally shot in Chicago Labor Day weekend shooting. 15-year-old shot dead outside his home is among 9 killed this weekend. Okay? This is Fox 32 in Chicago. At least 43 people were shot, 8 of them fatally, in gun violence across Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. All right? Let me see if I can get some other ages. 32-year-old man, 15-year-old boy. Hold on, won't take a minute. Let's see, 27-year-old man, 34, okay, 37, 38, 2 men were killed. Front porch. They were on the front porch of a home at 5:15 p.m. How many times have you listened to this show and I've talked about you can't even sit on the front porch of your house? Drive-by, women shot, killed. Let's see, 18-year-old was struck in the chest. He's in surgery, 42-year-old. So a 15-year-old, let's see, Beto O'Rourke. Francis, were you talking about the 15-year-old that will not be going to school today in Chicago, or the 15-year-old in Odessa, Texas? Now, we will get to this guy in just a minute, but hey, it's not popular. You won't see that on any campaign brochures, okay? What Francis is saying. So let's go through number 6, okay? See, this is what they're all building up to. I want to put this in one segment. 51 killed in mass shooting, right? And then you have, let me see what ABC, number 15, okay? Go to number 15 after that one, another mass shooting, okay? Just a second. We'll get to it in just a minute. Number 31, this guy, Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania. They will do everything they can to get him to help take your guns. Number 31 there. Thank you there, DJ. Face the Nation, number 32. Here's the pictures they just love to pour out here, number 32. Here's number 37, Margaret Brennan. Number 37, she's right there with Francis. This media is so corrupt, absolutely so corrupt. Number 38, here's Francis on Face the Nation. Nice suit and tie. Number 43, we're going to run through this, and I'm going to finish this segment up about trying to take our guns, and they will. I'm sorry. Number 44, this would be George Soros pouring all kinds of lobbying money. The time is right. I'm telling you, they're headed back. All of those great politicians that are in fear of their job, never there to do the right thing. I'm going to say for the most part, most of them never there to do the right thing. They're headed back to Washington now to do what? Safeguard their job. To do what? Pour through polling numbers. To do what? Make sure their district or their state is safe. Do what? See if they have to kind of lean towards new gun law legislation of background checks, universal background checks. What will they have to do? So this guy knows. Look it up. I told you, I only get 2 hours a day. Look this guy up, George Soros. He is pouring the money because he knows the time is right. His evil counterpart, which I don't have up, Michael Bloomberg, that piece of guy. Moms demand action, right? Moms demand action. Towns demand action, whatever, right? That is all funded by Michael Bloomberg, right? Oh my gosh, it's interesting that all this is going together, and he has the money. He's pouring it into the lobbyists, so when they come back to work, they're in fear of what? Their re-election, not right and wrong. Number 45. 8 new gun laws take effect in Texas. They have gone crazy over this. I'm going to go to that right now if I can find it. Let's see here. Hold on. It won't take me long. We talked about that. Not yet. We talked about the Chick-fil-A. Hang tight here. I don't want anybody getting all up in my grill about anything. Just not in the mood for it right now. Where's it at? We go this way. Yes, I know Antifa, Ocasio-Cortez is raising money for Antifa. I will have this. I promise. Just a second here. Where the hell's it at? There it is. Sorry, folks. Relax, all right? You'll get over it. 8 new gun laws take effect in Texas September 1st. This came from KERA right there. They are going through the roof on this. The new laws that took place with Senate Bill 535 allows Texans to carry a gun in churches, synagogues, and other places of worship unless otherwise banned by those places where proper signage is. Sure hope the preacher don't tell you you're going to hell one too many times. That's the last time you're telling me you're going to hell, mister. Just say it, okay? Senate Bill 741 prohibits private property owners associations from banning storage of guns on rental properties. So if you have a HOA, homeowners association, okay, you can't ban, all right? Now, HB 121 provides a legal defense for licensed handgun owners who unknowingly enter an establishment that bans firearms as long as they leave when asked. So if you go into somewhere that bans firearms and you didn't realize it and you're packing heat and they say you got to go and you turn around and leave, no harm, no foul, okay? You don't get charged with it. House Bill 302 prohibits landlords from banning renters and their guests from carrying firearms in a lease agreement. You can't make a lease agreement and say, hey, if they want to get together Saturday night, do a little bonfire outside, get a couple brewskis and shoot up in the air. You can't say anything, can't put it in the lease. I'm just saying, I don't know. Loosens restrictions on number of school marshals who can carry guns in a public and private school in Texas. HB 1177 allows Texans to carry handguns without a license during a state of disaster. If there's a state of emergency and you got to go Mad Max, you can carry your gun. HB 1143 prohibits school districts from banning licensed gun owners from storing guns and ammunition in their vehicle in the parking lots. So if you're at the high school basketball game, you pull up and you got some ammo and you got your gun and you lock up the car, you can go to the basketball game. If all hell breaks loose, you can run to the car and you got your gun. Allow certain foster homes to store guns and ammunition in a locked location. The next one. They are going nuts. That's what they kept reporting. Hey, man, just on the heels of this mass shooting, okay, Texas has, Texas has new gun, the weakest gun laws in America. Let me see if I can find anything else to go with this, and then we'll come back and I'm going to talk about Joe Manchin. I don't know. I'm going to check. Trump went and played golf. He's looking for his golf ball. We'll go over that next really quick. So let's see. The Storm. Let me see. Here we go. Number 49. Number 49, MSNBC. You know, Joe and Minka. I'll show you in a minute. All of the mass shootings there, Parkland. All of them were an AR-15. This list came out. AR-15. So let me see what else I have here on this one and see if there's anything else I want to run through. I don't think so. So we're going to take a brief break, okay? Look, it's very sad. I don't want to get into the mass shooting in Odessa, Texas, because we know the guy got fired from his job. We do not want to keep highlighting that. We know we had some kind of anger issues or whatever. They will look today. They never look at what causes anything. They will try to find a day if this guy wrote the word Trump anywhere. How can we blame it on Trump? But we know universal background checks would not have stopped this. And you're wondering where he got a gun? I'm wondering where the same guy or the same people that got guns in Chicago that killed 8 or 9 this past weekend, that's going unreported, where they got their guns and why they failed universal background checks. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. And when we come back, we've got, Joe Manchin? Economy? We'll see. Take us to break.